Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Documentaries. I'm a documentary filmmaker based here in Antwerp, Belgium. I want to give my 1 cent on what I think about the Komodo X. I've been on this for a little over a month now. Just quick background as to why I even have the Komodo X in the first place, right? So I'm currently working on my very first feature documentary film that I'm super excited about. I shot the first 60% of the documentary with the C70 and the Komodo. I got a very good deal for my C70, so I sold it, I offloaded it, right? Part of the reason was that the deal was too good to pass on. The value for the 70 is dropping drastically, so the resale value is really like going really down. But the most important reason is the fact that I want to stick to the red ecosystem. That's what I want to shoot on moving forward, right? Matter of fact, I'm shooting this video with, as the A cam is the Red Komodo X, and the B cam, this one right here, is the Komodo, right? We'll call the OG just the Komodo, right? So yeah, I sold this 70, I got the Komodo X. But before I got the Komodo X, I was kind of torn in between if I wanted a Gemini, a VV Monstro, or a Komodo X. I wasn't really sure, I like the whole idea of the Gemini with the low lights, the dual native ISO and all that stuff, beautiful stuff with it. 5K, which is not really a deal breaker for me, but there's just something about the case in your head. I understand Ari shoots still in 4K or 2.5K or 2K, something like that. I'm not really big on the case. I think I prefer the more dynamic range, than the resolution and all that. But there's just something about the Gemini that I wanted, but still, for the fact that it's in the DSMC2 second generation lineup, I really didn't want that due to longevity and support and ease to get used parts and all those things as well too, or even new parts. I ended up going to Komodo X. Now, just side note, right? So when I ordered the Komodo X, I wasn't really sure if I made the right decision, because there were very few videos out about the Komodo X. Even after the Stormtrooper version was released, very few videos were out there. And matter of fact, I was not really expecting any sort of massive upgrade from the Komodo to Komodo X. The main reason why I picked up a Komodo X, matter of fact, is that I wanted a bit of more frame rates. And I do now having only Komodo X, I see the increase in dynamic range. But for me, it was really never an issue for me. I mean, I always know to work around these whole issues of dynamic range, lower, higher, whatever the case may be. I think that we're so caught up these days as all being sport as filmmakers that we always want the best camera, with all the accessories, bells and whistles, but you can never get the best camera. It doesn't exist. Simple, right? I got the Komodo X, and I've not really done a sort of comparison between the Komodo and the Komodo X. I've not really done that yet, but what I will say for sure is that I haven't shot my first B-roll, which I'll put the B-rolls is part of my documentary, but yeah, you guys can have a quick glance at it. This is straight out of the camera, and this is it, color graded, like really easy. If you know me, I don't really spend much time on color grading. I mean, for me, the story is key, and I think these days, if you're able to light properly or shoot in the light in the proper lighting scenario or proper time of day and all that, most times the natural light, the sun, is your best friend, and you need to really make an effort to make the image look bad in a way. So I didn't spend more time color grading this. I did just literally simple color correction, and just that's it. Put a film Davinci Resolve default film look, and this is a bit of tweaking here and there, and that is it, guys. This is it, right? But I'll say something. I was completely blown away by the image. I really absolutely do like it. Is it really better than a Komodo? To be honest with you, I don't know. I haven't compared it. That is not my goal. I can also put footage that I shot with the Komodo, and you can compare for yourselves. It's just for me, I feel like these are perfect complementary cameras. But one thing I know for sure is that the colors of the Komodo X leans towards more of the magenta side. Like everyone has said, I guess they say it looks more like the V-Raptor and all those stuff, and a bit cooler than the Komodo, which is a bit greenish and a bit warmer. But yeah, I use the Theta Mirage mid-box with the V and this stuff. So on my Komodo X, once I apply that, it kind of, with the green tint, it kind of puts it in the sort of same color fidelity or same color look, whatever, with the Komodo. So yeah, but again, I'm not trying to even compare these cameras. That's not my goal. My goal is, for this video, is, am I happy with the Komodo X? Absolutely, I really do like it. Even the build itself, it looks really solid. The power box that comes with it is completely different. The cable that goes into The power cable itself is thicker, it's different. This looks like really well thought of, and the fact that it uses the CF Express card is just absolutely, for me, it's one of the best things that they did to the Komodo X, that they took away from the Komodo. Because I mean, CFast, nothing taken away from CFast, and everything is good, but the CF Express is on an entirely different level. One is cheaper, two is faster, and three is even smaller. So, but yeah, like I said, right, for me, I just want to focus more on the image quality and the ease of use, right? So basically, when I got my Komodo X, what I did was I switched all my accessories. That is the outrigger handle, the monitor is a Portkeys BM5WR3. I switched everything, literally everything except the cage for my Komodo, which is this is the tilter cage. If I'm not tilter cage or small rig, I don't know which of them, but that's the cage I have on the Komodo. But on my Komodo X, there is no cage as of this moment because I haven't really found one yet. But I'm not really sure if I'll use a cage, matter of fact. I'm not really sure, but another thing to say again is that with regards to cage, which adds weight to your camera, the Komodo X is somewhat noticeably heavier than the Komodo. I don't know about how many grams or many kilograms, whatever, but it's noticeably heavier than the Komodo. But again, yeah, it's just an absolutely fantastic camera. I really do like it. If you were to ask me listen, I want to get a Komodo X, my question to you will be, is it going to be your primary camera? If it's going to be your primary camera, then please go for the Komodo X. I think it gives you everything you need. If it's going to be your B cam, your C cam, just go for the Komodo. I think it's really, really good value for money for what it offers you. I don't really think there's anything that draws near, that comes close to it. You might look at the Marvel LF, Marvel Edge and all those things, but that doesn't offer you our 3D. And I think whatever codec the camera shoots in, you can even find it in Davinci, the color space, transform and all that. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about Sony, Canon, Panasonic and the rest. For me, or Blackmagic rather, I think if you really want to buy into Red ecosystem, you know what you're buying into, and R3D is one of the perks of being in the Red ecosystem, and the Komodo gives you fantastic value for money. If you're really into narrative stuff like myself, I think the Komodo is more than enough. I really never shot slow motion and all that. Matter of fact, right, the slow motion that I shot with the Komodo X as B-rolls, I really never got to use them yet. That's simply because I'm still in the first cut, the rough cut stage of the production. I haven't done the final cut yet or those stuff, no. So it's possible I might use it, but I'm going to leave these images in slow motion. This was shot with 75 frames per second. And but for my documentary currently, for the rough cut that I submitted for setting fundings and grants and all that, I sped it up to 300% to give me the actual speed. But again, I just want to say the Komodo X is fantastic. There's no buyer remorse, and I don't think there'll be any sort of buyer remorse. Definitely at the point I want a third cam. I'm not sure of what cam I'll get. It might be either the Gemini still, because I really do like the Gemini, or I'll get the V-Raptor, one of the two. Or maybe it's going to be between the Gemini, the V-Raptor, or the Komodo, or the Monstro VV, one of those three cameras, right? But I'm going to see what the market looks like. Currently, with the release of the Komodo X, a lot of Komodos have been offloaded, and the price of the DSM2 cameras, Gemini, Helium, and Monstro VV has tanked badly. Personally, I think if I was an owner of one of those cameras, that is either the Gemini or the Helium or the Monstro, I wouldn't sell it, because I think those are really still fantastic cameras. I did shoot documentary for a client, for a French client of mine with a Gemini, and the image is absolutely stunning. The Helium is on a different level entirely, But yeah, I think we sell those cameras for the amount that people are willing to pay for right now. I think it's a disservice to yourself if it's to sell those cameras to get a Komodo X, or a Raptor, those things. I don't know, really, I can't really speak for you, but for myself, I think I would keep them, because in fact, most clients still know those cameras more than the new Raptor, the Komodo X, But again, like I said, it depends on what works for you. For me, I'm happy with my combo, my Komodo X and my Komodo. Perfect for my documentary, perfect for my run and gun. Of course, I know you guys will say no autofocus, there's autofocus, but I don't use it. I'm currently shooting with the Diesel zoom lens. This is the Picto Zooms 20 to 55, and this is the Picto Zoom, of course, 50 to 125 thereabout, So yeah, I do love this combo. This is my primary shooting combo. I shoot my documentary myself. I produce for some other people as well too. But yeah, except I need to rent lenses, 4K, Sigma fast zooms, fast primes and all those things, you know, but these are like my typical setups, and I really do like it. I'm really impressed with this combination. And again, like I said, it's not really a comparison video, it's just about what I think about the Komodo X. And yeah, and just some side notes as well too, right? I didn't mention the pros and the cons of each of them because, like I said, it's not a comparison video. But one thing I'll say for sure that you notice better on the Komodo X is that the boot up, the start time, I think is a little bit faster. I'm not sure of that, but for sure the CFast card initializing is extremely fast. It's way faster than the Komodo. The black balance is faster than the Komodo as well too. And the touchscreen is literally doesn't lag at all. On Komodo, it does lag, but again, it's usable. I have the hotkeys, wireless control, whatever it is that's going on, and never use it. I always use the onboard LCD, which is good. I've been using it, it's nice. I feel like these days we complain a lot about everything. We just want to complain and nag about every little thing. So for me, it's not really a deal breaker. It's not a reason to get the Komodo X over the Komodo. I'm just trying to explain to you that, you know, for me, aside the main reason of the higher frame rates, which is the primary reason I got the Komodo X over the Komodo, it's a little added benefit you get to using the Komodo X. All right, so thank you very much for listening to me. If you're still listening, thank you very much. You rock. I do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please, it's free, guys. Subscribe my channel, subscribe here and subscribe here. No, don't subscribe twice. That's unsubscribe, so subscribe 3 times at least or once. Yeah, just support your guy. It means a lot to me when you subscribe. I mean, it's free for you. You don't pay for it, right? But it encourages me to keep doing more. All right, guys, so that's it for now. Until next time, I'll be wishing you a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Keep creating, and most importantly, please to stay safe. Peace out. Ciao.